A few people have asked me about the work I did in Sardinia some years ago, and I have a few of uh, the exhibition prints here. The exhibition toured a few venues in the UK. It also obviously went to Sardinia and to other venues. And they asked me how it came about. People asked me how it came about, and why I chose to do something out of this country uh, to a place I'd never been before, and how you kind of all the logistics of undertaking a body of work like that. So I'm going to show a few images from the exhibition, from the big body of work. Um, took several weeks traveling around Sardinia, two quite long trips. And I'll explain, in the video how it came about, uh, and the rationale behind it, and how inadvertently it led on to another body of work that I did after this, and how making this body of work actually slightly changed during the course of the making the work. When I started the work, I had just finished the big body of work on Cadair Idris, so my head was still in kind of mountain mode, if you like. So I chose to visit some of the more remote and mountainous areas of Sardinia to begin with. But as I progressed through the work, as I began to understand the landscape and the topography of Sardinia, the work changed, and I began to photograph more of the flora, the woodland, the kind of landscape that had been changed by the indigenous population, and it showed how they lived. And it changed throughout the making of the body of work. So a lot of the later pictures are more concerned with the woodland, with the landscape, with the man-altered landscape, the landscape that people actually have to shape and change and work in order to live, in order to make their living and provide food for the community. So this is, I thought was quite interesting how making a body of work can actually change your whole ideas about why you went there in the first place. As I say, at the end of it, there was a really good touring exhibition, and there was also a catalogue produced, beautifully printed in duotone. This was produced by Aberystwyth University School of Art, and I do have a few copies of this available, and I'll put a link either in the description or at the end, where if you wanted I'll get you a signed copy if you want, um, and you can decide. But again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to go through a lot of commentary and show you some more of the pictures. But thanks for watching. And if you think my videos helped you in any way, help you understand how I work and how I make my prints and so on, then just hit the subscribe button, and that will be a big help. Okay, stay tuned and thanks for watching. Projects come about for all kinds of reasons, and Sardinia happened because I was in a group exhibition in Sardinia, and I took the trouble to go over to the opening, and they were very impressed and offered to support me, the Cultural Association, if I wanted to make work there. So I arranged for some grants and support from Arts Council and British Council, and fresh off the back of my work in Cadair Idris, I headed to the hills of Sardinia and began to photograph around the remote Barbagia region. And so most of the early work was around the mountains and the hills and the wilder regions of Sardinia. We were warned. And taking a large format camera is logistically difficult, but I took the 10-8 and all the 8x10 kit with me, which seemed appropriate at the time to use it. So this is a shot of my camera. We were warned about the banditti in the mountainous regions, and here's some evidence of that. The road signs shot through with rifle bullets, and this was a car that was parked outside the little hotel we were staying at, where there'd obviously been a family feud, and as you can see, there are rifle bullets through the boot of the car. As the work progressed and as I got to understand Sardinia and the people a bit more, particularly in the countryside, I realized that the landscape represented them in the same way as landscapes in every country represents the people, and the flora and the way that they use the land was very much representative of the climate and of the different crops they grow and the subsistence farming, very much like, in a sense, parts of Wales where subsistence farmers have to exist on a few acres of land. And I suppose the cork tree is an example of this. It's a very 10-year crop, and you harvest the cork only every 10 years. And so this is the image I chose for the cover of the catalogue. This is just a close look at the lovely catalogue that was produced for the touring exhibition by Aberystwyth University School of Art. It's beautifully printed in duotone. It was actually printed in the School of Art itself by the master printer, and it contains 2 essays, one by myself and one by Professor Alistair Crawford, who, as well as being the head of school at Aberystwyth University School of Art, was a research fellow at the British School in Rome, and so he was very familiar with Sardinia and with 19th century photography in Sardinia. So he's written a really interesting contextualizing essay in the back of the catalogue. So as I say, I have a few of these still available. So if you want one, click on the link that I'll put in the description or at the end of the video, and I'll get a signed copy off to you. So as I say, it's beautifully printed with the together with the essays, and it makes a really interesting encapsulation of the work and of the complete exhibition. So there it is, Sardinia. The materials I used for this work were very straightforward, simple, straightforward black and white film, obviously fibre-based papers, and all the exhibition prints were, of course, archivally processed and selenium toned. And if a previous video, I tell you all about that kind of works, making exhibition prints and archival processing. So the exhibition toured quite successfully. Well, I hope that's explained how this work came about, the complexities of organizing trips abroad and so on. Of course, I used an 8x10, as I said, an 8x10 camera for this, so the whole logistics of moving 8x10 cameras abroad and moving them around. Nevertheless, it felt right at the time, it felt the appropriate way to approach the work. So I hope this has explained a few things and given you an insight into how you kind of plan a body of work and how it can evolve during the course of making it, and how it can, in fact, give you ideas for the next body of work, which I'll try and show you at some point. So thanks for watching again. Please hit the subscribe button if you feel this has been of some use. And don't forget, there are just a few of these catalogues available. So if you want to sign one, just click the link and we'll get one off to you. So once again, many thanks for watching.